Hey everybody, what's up, what's new, and what's going on? We are back at the 11th annual 2012 CPB Badminton Tournaments. Badminton Open, Badminton, whatever, it's a badminton tournament and everybody seems to know and love this, or at least everybody in Southern Ontario area in Canada seems to always look forward to this tournament just because it's so well run, it's so well organized, and every single year around August, everybody gathers together and signs up for this CPB Badminton Open, and they play their hearts out, pretty much. But anyway, in today's matchup, we have on the near side of the court, Charles Pyne, the #1 seed for today's tournaments. And pretty much by far the favorite, just because although there are a lot of competitors in the men's singles draw that have national experience and to some extent international experience, Charles Pyne is by far the most experienced out of every one of the players out there. He's got a lot of national and international experience. He's actually had training in multiple countries. Right now he's training in Toronto in Canada, but he's also been training in Denmark in the past, which is a huge advantage to him, I suppose, just because Denmark has such a really high-performing badminton community. They've got Peter Gade, who's like 40 million years old now, and he's still playing badminton, and he's still in the top 10 in the world rankings. I think I don't know. I guess after the Olympics of 2012, he's now officially retired. But anyway, getting back to this game, Charles Pyne on the near side of the court, extremely talented, ranked as high as number 71 in the world rankings, and really messing up that last shot over there. He was right up at that service line. Nathan Lee kind of lifted right to the front of the court. Charles Pyne had all day to smash that down, and missing that so horribly. You don't see that from him too much, just because he's such a powerful player, such a good player, such great consistency from him, which is why he's got up to as high as number 71 in the world. And we're gonna see whether Nathan Lee on the far side of the court can defeat Charles Pyne, the #1 seed, because Nathan Lee today is the #2 seed. Doing so well in the past year. I've already showcased a previous match from him in the Ontario AE Championships, where he lost in the finals, unfortunately, in men's singles, losing to Neil Yakura, who is also an unbelievably good player. But anyway, back to this match. Nathan Lee, right now, I guess between these two players, both of them were playing in one of the national circuit events, the Toronto Open, and both of them ended up losing outs in the quarterfinals. So in terms of skill level, I think Nathan Lee and Charles Pyne are fairly equal in many respects, but with the international experience, with the extra experience that Charles Pyne has, he definitely has the edge. He definitely knows how to play in finals. He definitely knows how to play in very competitive tournaments. So we're going to see whether that shows, or whether he keeps on making mistakes like that, because that shot, cross-court drop shot, ended up a little bit wide of the sideline, giving Nathan Lee a very early and a very decent lead at 6-2, now 7-2 after that cross-court half smash. So Nathan Lee getting off to an amazing start against such a great player, such a great opponent, Charles Pyne. And let's see whether he can keep it up, whether he can continue with this right now, and because he's looking quite comfortable. And Charles Pyne, again with the attack, again missing by just a little bit. So Charles is definitely giving Nathan Lee a very good opportunity to take this first set with a 6-point lead, and now 3 mistakes in a row, I think, giving Nathan Lee a very commanding 9-2 lead. So leading by 7 points in serving, how often do you see that? And it's not really because Nathan Lee has been playing amazing shots, an amazing winner so far. It's because Charles Pyne has been going for really big shots and not really being able to finish, just like there. Going for a pretty smart body shot if it worked, and so far Charles has been trying to do everything in his power to get a few points but unable to do so, and Nathan Lee is just kind of sitting back and going, Well, I'm leading 10-2 right now against somebody who plays internationally in a local level tournament. So he's got to be very happy about that, especially after that last rally right there, winning in the net battle and looking so comfortable in this first set. Charles Pyne can't believe it that he's losing by this much right now. This is pretty much I mean, you could almost call it the first set right now, because Nathan Lee is just winning by so much, up by 9 points and leading in this going into the second half of the first set at 11-2. Who would have believed that? No, I don't think if before the match you said that Nathan Lee was going to be leading 11-2 in the first set, that anybody would have believed it. And it's going to be fun to see what Charles Pyne can do, and he can definitely attack. Wow, those smashes were just so powerful, so steep. Nothing Nathan Lee can do anything about. And here comes the run, the comeback from Charles Pyne. 2 quick points, doubling what he had going into the mid-game interval, and he's gonna try to continue with that. He's gonna try to attack as hard as possible. Well, not with that backhand into the net, but you can see that his energy level is gradually pumping up, going up. He's going for he's going to want to attack a lot more, keep the shots low, but that's 2 backhand shots that has led to him giving away the rally in a row. And now Nathan Lee again up by 9 points at 13-4. I still can't believe what I'm seeing right now, because Charles Pyne, he's got such a great attack, he's got such great court awareness, but not in this case. Nathan Lee picking the lines, Charles Pyne indecision right there, didn't know whether to really hit it or not, ended up leaving it out and making a costly error at this point in the match. I think he might have just given up on the set right now, just because I mean, when you're down 11 points at 15-4, really, what can you do? Can you somehow, earn the next 15 out of 20 points and win the match? It's gonna be very unlikely, especially against an opponent like Nathan Lee, who, by the way, was runner-up in the nationals this year in 2012 in the in the Canadian University and College Nationals. So runner-up in men's singles, definitely national level player, definitely somebody to be looking out for in the near future, or even now, because he's winning in the CPB Open, which is a very, very hard thing to be doing, and especially with a lead of 16-6 against Charles Pyne, the #1 seed in this tournament. It's just totally unheard of, but making a little bit of a mistake right there, shooting it a little bit wide, going too much for the lines, and that service error is gonna give Charles Pyne a 9-point deficit, which is right about where it's been throughout this entire first set right here. And again, with the cross-court smash, Charles Pyne unable to get that. So Nathan Lee, whenever he does the cross-court smash, it seems to be pretty effective. It seems to catch Charles Pyne a little bit off guard, kind of going the other way, or expecting it to go the other way, I guess. And it's gotten him a few points, but a lot of his points have been from, I guess, errors from Charles Pyne. Anyway, serving at 8-17, what can Charles Pyne do? We know that he has a massive attack. He knows that he can be fast enough, be quick enough, and be good enough to beat Nathan Lee. But at 18-8, 3 points away from the first set, I think Charles Pyne has kind of conceded to saying, you know what, let me try to save my energy. Well, maybe not with that big jump smash right there, but he's gonna not go for too much in these rallies anymore, and see what he can do, what he can change up in the second set. He's already seen that whenever he does kind of increase the pace of the rally just a little bit, Nathan Lee would have a little bit of trouble defending against the big smashes, just like what you saw there. Down across court, hitting the line as it landed, and still down by 10 points though. So what is Charles Pyne gonna do in this finals? He's most likely gonna be down by 1 set, and he's gonna need to come back and win 2 straight sets after losing this first set. So anyway, so 10 serving 19, Charles Pyne getting a little bit of momentum actually, and still down by 8 points though. We'll see what will happen. So far, I really like the play from Nathan Lee so far. He's been very consistent, hasn't really pushed the pace too much, and been really good when at the net. He's been controlling the net so well, not giving Charles Pyne any opportunity to attack, and which is why he's up by so much right now. And at game point, 20. Now 12, shooting it a little bit wide on the left side of the sideline, trying to go for a little bit too much, but does he have to worry? Not at all. He still has 8 game points, which is going to be very easy for him to finish unless you start lifting it mid-court to Charles Pyne, in which case 99 out of 100 times he's going to finish. And I say 99 out of 100 because we saw that huge miss at the beginning of the match. That huge blunder, which was kind of funny to watch, but probably not too funny when it comes to, I guess, from Charles Pyne's point of view. But anyway, 2017, still game points, and the big smash finishes the first set off, 21-13. We're going to the second set.